The air crackled with anticipation. On one side, the vibrant pink of Inter Miami, a club infused with the stardust of global icons. On the other, the historic red of Ahly, the Titans of Africa, backed by a legacy of domestic and continental dominance. This was more than just the opening match of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. It was a collision of footballing worlds. The stadium buzzed, a mosaic of colors and a symphony of chants, setting the scene for a contest that promised drama. Fans from every corner of the globe had gathered, drawn by the allure of this unique tournament, eager to see which philosophy would prevail on this grand stage. The stakes were incredibly high. For Inter Miami, this tournament represented the ultimate validation of their ambitious project. Winning the CONCACAF Champions Cup was a monumental achievement, but proving their mettle against the champions of other confederations was the true test. A strong start was not just desired, it was essential to announce their arrival as a genuine global force. It was a chance to demonstrate that their blend of legendary experience and emerging talent could compete with the very best, turning a beautiful dream into a tangible reality on the world stage. For Ahly, the Club World Cup is familiar territory, a platform where they have consistently carried the hopes of an entire continent. The club of the century in Africa, their motivation was twofold: to erase the memory of past near misses, and to finally break the European-South American duopoly. They arrived not as underdogs, but as seasoned competitors, hardened by countless high-pressure encounters. Their incredible victory in the CAF Champions League was a testament to their resilience and tactical discipline, qualities they were determined to showcase from the very first whistle of this prestigious competition. The opening whistle blew, and the battle commenced. It was immediately clear this would not be a straightforward affair. The flowing, possession-based game of Inter Miami met a formidable obstacle in the organized and physically imposing structure of Ahly. Every pass was contested, every yard of turf fought for with ferocious intensity. The match quickly settled into a fascinating rhythm of attack versus defense, a narrative of patience against resistance. The initial exchanges were a clear statement of intent from both sides, promising a captivating 90 minutes of football for the enthralled spectators. All eyes inevitably were on Lionel Messi. The Argentinian maestro, the heartbeat of this Inter Miami side, sought to orchestrate the attack from the outset. He drifted into pockets of space, attempting to thread his trademark incisive passes through the lines. Yet, wherever he turned, he was met by a disciplined wall of red shirts. Ahly's defenders, particularly their central pairing, worked in perfect harmony, closing him down with a mixture of intelligence and physicality. They refused to be mesmerized by his reputation, focusing instead on nullifying his influence through sheer organization and tireless effort. The first half was a story of near misses and heroic defending. Around the 30-minute mark, a moment of magic almost broke the deadlock. Messi, finding a rare half-yard of space, curled a beautiful free kick over the wall that seemed destined for the top corner. The crowd held its breath, but Ahly's goalkeeper, Mohamed El Shenawi, launched himself across his goal, getting the faintest of touches to tip the ball onto the crossbar. It was a world-class save, a pivotal moment that energized the Egyptian champions. Inter Miami's other stars also found the going tough. Luis Suárez, the cunning number 9, was locked in a physical duel with Ahly's center backs. Sergio Busquets, the metronome in midfield, was constantly pressed, hurried into passes, and prevented from dictating the tempo. Ahly's game plan was clear: disrupt Miami's rhythm at the source. This disciplined pressure frustrated the MLS champions, forcing them into wider areas. As the game wore on, Ahly grew in confidence and began to pose a threat on the counter-attack. Using the pace of their wingers, they launched several swift breaks. Their best chance came late in the second half, when a rapid transition saw their forward breakthrough on goal, but a last-ditch tackle from Jordi Alba saved the day for the American side. It was a heart-stopping moment that proved Ahly were not just there to defend. Inter Miami, under coach Gerardo Martino, set up to control the game through possession. Their strategy was built on patient build-up play, starting from the back with their ball-playing defenders. The idea was to use the full width of the pitch, with full-backs like Jordi Alba pushing high to create overloads. The central aim was to work the ball into the final third, where the individual brilliance of Messi and the predatory instincts of Suárez could make the difference. They wanted to slowly suffocate Ahly, moving them from side to side to create gaps in their compact defensive shape. In stark contrast, Ahly's coach, Marcel Koller, implemented a masterclass in defensive organization. They employed a deep-lying, compact 4-5-1 formation when out of possession. The midfield five stayed incredibly narrow, denying any space between the lines for Miami's creative players to operate. The primary tactic was to frustrate Miami, force them into hopeful long shots or difficult crosses, and then spring forward with rapid counterattacks the moment possession was won. This required immense discipline and concentration, with every player knowing their defensive role perfectly, a true testament to their coaching. The midfield battle was the key to the entire contest. Sergio Busquets for Miami and his counterparts for Ahly were engaged in a tactical tug-of-war for control of the game's tempo. Ahly's midfield trio worked tirelessly to press Busquets, preventing him from being the pivot around which Miami's attacks are built. This disruption forced Miami to play more directly than they would have liked, often bypassing the midfield and looking for longer passes that were easier for the well-drilled Ahly defense to deal with. The stalemate in the middle of the park was the reason neither side could truly dominate. As the final whistle approached, both managers made changes to try and tip the scales, but the fundamental tactical dynamic remained unchanged. Miami brought on fresh legs to inject more pace into their attack, while Ahly reinforced their midfield to see out the result. The game became a testament to tactical discipline over individual flair. While Miami had the lion's share of the ball, Ahly's defensive structure was simply too robust to break down. The match ended as a fascinating tactical stalemate, where structure and organization successfully neutralized creative attacking prowess. For Inter Miami, this 0-0 draw will undoubtedly feel like 2 points dropped. As the pre-match favorites in the eyes of many, they were expected to secure a victory to kickstart their campaign. The inability to break down Ahly's defense, despite dominating possession, will raise questions about their ability to adapt when their primary game plan is thwarted. This result places immediate pressure on their remaining group stage matches. They can no longer afford any slip-ups, and will likely need to win their next game to keep their destiny in their own hands and progress to the knockout stages. Conversely, for Ahly, this is a golden point gained. They came into the match with a clear strategy to contain a star-studded opponent, and they executed it to perfection. This hard-earned draw will feel like a victory, serving as a massive boost to their confidence and morale for the rest of the tournament. Securing a point against one of the group's strongest teams puts them in an excellent position. It validates their tactical approach on the world stage and proves they can compete with anyone, sending a powerful message to their future opponents. What does this mean for the group as a whole? The stalemate blows the group wide open. It creates a scenario where every match becomes even more critical and every point is precious. The other teams in the group will have watched this contest with great interest, seeing that the mighty Inter Miami are not invincible and that Ahly are a formidable, well-organized unit. This result levels the playing field and sets the stage for a dramatic and unpredictable race to qualify for the semifinals, turning the group into a thrilling battleground. So, where do we go from here? This opening match has set a fascinating tone. Can Inter Miami find a new gear, a plan B to unlock stubborn defenses? Or will Ahly use this result as a springboard for a historic run in the tournament? The beauty of the Club World Cup lies in these very questions. This intense tactical battle was just the beginning. The next round of matches now carries immense weight, and football fans around the world will be watching eagerly to see how this compelling story unfolds.